Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this. This is being recorded early on in the morning. So depending on where you are in the world will depend what time you see this, of course. So slightly different video today, and a few things got me thinking. And, you know, every time I put out a video, every time I do a live show, I can always guarantee that a mix of the comments that are going to come back to me are going to be along the lines of, oh, you're a doom monger, you're a doom merchant, oh, you're negative, oh, other channels, they're proper fans, you're not, you're this, you're that, Savva, go and support someone else, blah, 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 blah. Brilliant. So I thought, let's find out, shall we? Let's find out how negative I truly am compared to 20 other YouTubers. 20 other YouTubers, okay? All varying. Some people that I work with all the time, some people that I don't. I messaged over 30. I knew some of them wouldn't respond to me. And basically what I did was I messaged 30 YouTubers and said to them, do me a favor, I'm going to make a video and I'm asking everybody for 5 words to sum up. So 5 words to summarize Tottenham's transfer window. Now, that's all I said. I didn't say to anyone, you have to be positive, negative. I said to them, be truthful. I will give it word for word. What you tell me is what I will put on my video. And I collated all the responses. I knew who wouldn't respond. I knew those that were too worried to have an actual opinion out there in case it showed them up. But I wanted to see what happened. And then you can now judge for yourselves. Let's see how negative Savva is versus 20 YouTubers. Now, right now, you'll be sitting there, and anybody who's ever watched my videos before knows that I love 5-word answers. Half times of the live games, I always say 5 words to sum up the half, 5 words to sum up the game. I think 5-word answers are short, precise, snappy, and to the point. I love that. I like that. I'm like that in real life with meetings. Meetings don't need to go on for hours, straight to the point. So let's have a look what some of these YouTubers have said. Now, I didn't ask them to record it because putting all that together and editing that, no, I'm a part-time YouTuber. I haven't got time for all that. So this is word for word. If you don't believe me, you can go and ask them. I've not lied about anybody here. This is what they said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the caption, give you a cup, read it out, talk about it. And while I'm doing that, I want you to see if you can guess before I bring up who it is, if you can guess who wrote it. So the first statement is this: Levy is a true genius. Now, I'm going to give a spoiler alert for the first one. The first one was me. The first one was me. I had to go early. I had to show that, listen, I stand, I will die on that hill. I stand with my convictions and with my opinions. And the reason I've said this, for me, Daniel Levy is absolutely a genius. I don't want him as my chairman at all, but this guy knows how to play a fan base like no one else out there. This guy knows he doesn't have to do anything and fans will lap it up. He doesn't need to do anything, and there will be channels out there making videos about genius Spurs. And oh my God, this process, it's amazing. Whilst the older ones of us have seen this year in, year out, and we're not fooled. Most of us are not fooled. So I think Levy is a true genius. He gets everybody's money every week. Doesn't matter what we do. He can charge what he wants. Every transfer window, he doesn't show an ounce of ambition, and it doesn't matter. Fans will find a way. And as you all know, I've shown it many times before. If you looked at our transfer window this year and had shown somebody at the beginning of the window that this would be the transfer window of Bournemouth, of Everton, of Burnley, you would have all gone, yeah, we would never do that. Well, we have. We've just had a dreadful transfer window, in my opinion. So Levy is a true genius. That's mine. The next comment, Levy fails to deliver again. Now, I'll give you a few seconds. to see if you know who would be writing this, who would be saying this. But again, backing on from what I said, Levy fails to deliver again. And the key word there is, again, it's not that he's failed to deliver for a summer. It's every year this man fails to deliver. It's every year this man fails to take us from here to there, to there, to there. Just, he has no interest. He has no interest. You can be fooled all you want by youth projects, processes, setups. 24 years we've been in this project. And again, Levy has failed to deliver. And of course, it was Brian from Tottenham on Tour. Big up to Brian Daigle, one of my faves. Big up, mate. So Brian Daigle has said, Levy fails to deliver again. The next person said this: kids, FFP Kings, hotels, Deadwood, Solanke. So this is a slightly different take on the 5-word answer. And again, I read this, that this person has said, all we buy is kids. We were told we were FFP Kings. Nothing came of it. We're buying hotels, though. I bet the hotels are best in class. Deadwood, yeah, got rid of some Deadwood. I reckon that's what this person's saying. And then Solanke. Take that how you want it. But the way I read that is that Solanke's our one proper signing this summer, our one senior signing. Any ideas who that would be? That was Ash Matic from Spurs Kings TV. Ash Matic there. Look, big up, Ash. Thank you for that. Let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know as the video goes on. This next one is brilliant. We have messed it up. Now, bearing in mind, I didn't give a scope. I just said to people, give me 5 words. Give me 5 words. Now, who do you think said this? And I can't agree more, by the way. We have messed it up. Again, this for me, and knowing that I speak to this person, I know what they mean by this is that this is another window where Spurs are coming off the back of a relatively decent season last year. You know, got themselves into 5th, back into Europe. Kick on. Kick on. We haven't. We've messed it up. And this is someone that I'm always told I should be more like. So big up to my friend. That was Dave. That was the Irish Hotspur. Savva, you should be more like Dave. Big up, Dave. Love you, man. Apparently, I should be more like you, Dave. He's more negative than me. Dave, you are negative. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Big up to you, Dave. Thank you so much for that. The next comment is this. Brennan Johnson is still here. Now, listen, a bit of a dig on one player, but for me, I think it encapsulates Spurs perfectly. It's not only for me, this comment that Brennan Johnson's still here, it's that he's still in the first 11. And all the while players like that are in your first 11, I don't feel you're ever going to achieve anything as a football club. And this comment was from everyone's favourite Kuva. Kuva from Free Spurs Boys. Big up, Kuva. Again, let me know what you think. Brennan Johnson, he's still here. Again, a player that's really dividing opinion. Lots of people saying things like, give him a chance. He's only had 1 year. He put some decent numbers up last year. All I know is in my 40 years of watching Tottenham, he's one of the worst wingers I've seen in a Spurs shirt. I genuinely don't know what he does as a footballer. I'm sorry, not sorry. Big up. Hope he has a great season. The next one. Tottenham Hotspur opens new daycare. Again, another play on words of all we've done is sign kids, right? Youth, 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 and more youth. It's literally like we bought a youth centre and then asked Dominic Solanke to come in and babysit them. And this is somebody, again, I don't make them wrong. So far, I've not really disagreed with anyone's. And bearing in mind, there are 20 of these. So a huge sample size. From Ben Kaufman, from Tottenham on Tour. Big up, Ben. Get over and watch Ben in the mornings for his morning brews. Get over and watch his morning brews and then the evening brews with Daigle in the evening. Big up, Ben. Let me know what you think. The next one. Very underwhelming. Same old Spurs. Let me know who you think would have written this. Again, when I was thinking of my 5 words, words like same old Spurs, words like underwhelming, kept coming into my mind. And the reason I didn't go with that is because I saw that other people had used the word underwhelming quite a lot. And I think if we're going to be brutally honest to ourselves, I mean, this really does arrow in on the window. Lots of fans, beginning of the summer, everyone saying, you watch, Levy's going to back him. You watch, Andrew's going to be backed. And my favourite, the window's not shut yet. Wait for the window to shut. Well, we're sitting here with just over 36 hours to go. And again, it has been very underwhelming. And big up to Mari at Tottenham away. Big up, Mari. Please go over there and give those guys a like. So big up to him. The next person I messaged late last night and said, that was quite really late, actually, so apologies to this person for that, and said, give me 5 words. And this person said they don't need 5 words. This was their answer. So let me know who you think this is. Again, I can't disagree. I know that a lot of people will want to back it and say, oh, these kids, get behind them and cool. But for me, it has been an awful window. And I think that what you're going to see is the nucleus of everything we do this year is just going to be the same 11 as last year, with the newer players not really contributing a lot. I might be completely wrong on that. That's just how I feel about it. That was my man Dermatron from THFC Till I Die. Big up, Dermot. Really appreciate that. Please get over and subscribe to THFC Till I Die. But again, you see, people who are perceived to be much more positive than me are actually all in agreement with how bad this window has been. And listen, Spurs YouTubers aren't special, but I actually put out a post last night saying, give me 5 words. This wasn't to YouTubers. I put out to everybody on the internet, give me 5 words to sum up this transfer window. And hardly anybody is finding positives in it. And that's truly worrying when most people say it. Now, there will be loads of people defending it, I'm sure. But if we really, really ask ourselves honestly, has it been a good window? Is this something that we want? I don't know. So the next person said this, bad tools for the job. Really interesting, this comment. Please bear with me. Bad tools for the job. Listen, the famous saying, a workman is only as good as his tools, right? Well, these are the tools that we're giving the manager. And the manager is saying that these are the tools he wanted. The manager has said, yeah, Solanke was one of his first priorities. Yeah, they've been chasing him for months, he said. They've been chasing Odegaard for months. He's talked about how he desperately wanted Gray and how he scouted Yang. So these are all on the manager for me. And he's going to live and die in football terms by this. And this was by Tequila over there with Dermot for THFC Till I Die. Big up Tequila. I hope you are well, my friend. The next one, again, yes, quantity over quality once again. So again, this comes back to Spurs transfer windows tend to be 6, 7 players being signed rather than 2 or 3 quality players. And again, that's what we've done. There's still time to make it a 6th, but so far, when you look at Solanke and Yang and Bergval and Gray and Odegaard, again, it's numbers, big numbers, but where's the quality? Where's the outstanding quality? And I can't disagree with this person. Again, big up Stel at Tottenham away. I'm guessing Stel could have come up with something a lot more powerful, but for me, this just does really encompass Tottenham's transfer windows. Big up, so please get over there. The next one, you'll be able to know who this is from the first word. We're using this all as one word. Bang average. I think it's 2 words, but we'll have it as one. Bang average, potential, overrated, uninspiring, and predictable. Look, I mean, I'd love to sit here and go, you know what? No, this has been a great window. We've bought in, you know what I mean? We've bought in a top winger. We've bought in a top DM. We've bought in Gallagher. We've bought in another fullback, another centre-back, a second goal kick. But we haven't. And I can't disagree with any of this. You know who this is. Again, talking about it's all potential. Yeah, it's all uninspiring. And the biggest thing for me that Mr. Box Office has said, you all knew it was, is that last word there, predictable. It's predictable, isn't it? We all know this is going to happen, but year in, year out, we convince ourselves something different is coming our way. Big up to Alex, Mr. Box Office. Please get over there and subscribe. I like this next one. FFP Kings was a myth. Again, this is now the 2nd or 3rd person that has talked about FFP Kings. And I think this is really interesting because all last year we had to watch these videos about when, you know, what Levy's doing is great. He's setting us up financially. When it comes to the summer, we're going to be able to go and spend big. Chelsea won't, Newcastle won't, Villa won't. You name it, they won't, they won't, they won't. Man U won't, City won't, Arsenal won't. All of these clubs, yeah, are buying. So this whole FFP Kings, I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to be a football fan that talks too much about finance. I think that defeats the point of being a football fan. But each to their own. And for me, this was right. And this was from Lee Enigma at Tottenham away. Big up, Lee. Really, really appreciate you, my man. This one, a different slant on things. Poor pass recruitment is haunting us. Now, yeah, I do agree with this. Poor pass recruitment is haunting us. In terms of lots of players that have had to go out because of poor recruitment, even though at the time fans were so gassed up by all of these players, Ollie Skip, Jack Clark, Sessegnon, Ndombele, Lo Celso, Rodon, Reguilon, all came in and we were, oh my God, they're going to be brilliant. You can't be negative. They're great. And now all of a sudden we're all calling them Deadwood. You know why? Because of poor recruitment and they weren't that good. So big up to Marlon from Spurs Kings TV. Completely agree with you. Poor pass recruitment is haunting us. Always does haunt us. And if we don't get it right in the next couple of years, it will haunt us again further down the line. One of my favourites. Ambition is a toxic word. In the Spurs fan base, we talk a lot about ambition. And what frustrates me, as I know it does with this person, and you probably know who this is, we've got a chairman saying, don't worry, everyone. When we move into that stadium, we're going to compete. We're going to compete with the big clubs. Yeah? That's what the stadium allows us to do. We've got a manager. Come on, Spurs fans, we need better ambition. Who then goes and buys loads of kids and Timo Werner, right? And you know why? Because there's no ambition. And agreed, ambition is a toxic word. If any fan has ambition, they're told they're negative. Any fan says, I want better players. Oh, you're always moaning, you're negative. No, can't be negative for wanting better. Negative is just praising anything when you know the end result. Negative is doing the same thing over and over and over again, getting the same result and still not understanding. Big up, of course, with Dan E from the Hotspur Hood. Big up to you, my man. This next one, I like this next one. I like this next one a lot. Said non-progressing, lackluster, potentially some class. I like that. What I like about this is I can't agree more with the first two. Non-progressing and lackluster. Great words. Absolutely. Then just a bit of hope at the end. Just a little ray of hope. And that was from Jacob at United Spurs of America. Big up, Jacob. But agree, yeah, just that bit of hope that Jacob wants to leave us with. Just sprinkling on. I can see him right now, Jacob, going, just sprinkling on. A little bit of hope. A little bit of hope. Big up, Jacob. I agree, though. That window hasn't progressed us. For me, I think it's going to be the same 11 as last year, give or take Solanke. And I don't think it progresses us. I don't think it gets us higher in the league. And it is lackluster. The excitement, for me, I haven't seen any excited Spurs fan properly. People can pretend they are, but I don't think there's been a single signing where people go, oh my God, yeah, we're doing things. We'll see, but big up to you, Jacob. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This one, still more work to do. This is from Barry, old Emerson Royale. Big up, Nick. If all of that doesn't make sense, then you don't know who Barry is. Barry, Nick, whatever we call you. Look, I mean, we've been saying this sentence for 24 years. There's always more work to do. For me, I think you've been one of the most positive. Let that sink in. This is one of the most positive comments I got from 20 Spurs YouTubers, which is still more work to do. Big up to you. Hope you are well. One word answers. I wanted 5. This person gives me 1. He said to me, I don't need more. I don't need more. This is the one. And how can anyone disagree? Can any Spurs fan watching this, and I know people will be watching this going, oh, Savva, you're negative. You do merchant. Can anyone truly disagree with that? Can anyone truly look at our window this year and say that there was any ambition in there? Any ambition at all? It's a youth project. Oh, blah, blah, blah. If it's a youth project, I want to see Bergvall, Gray, Lancashire, Moore all starting. Not happening. That was Iggy at Tottenham away. Big up, Iggy. Hope you enjoyed your holidays in Italia. Big up to you, my man. Hope you're well. And we're coming into the last three here. Diabolical, waste, youth, rip-off, and rubbish. I mean, look, I don't know where I can't disagree with it. The rip-off bit for me, look how much Daniel Levy charges fans for everything. Look how much he promised everything. I think he's ripping fans off. And I'll go back to, what did I say? I'll go back to what I said at the beginning. Daniel Levy is a true genius. He absolutely is. He knows he doesn't have to do anything. And fans will be happy. That was from James Flower. Big up, James, who you can see on various different Spurs YouTube channels. Big up to you. Couldn't care less about Spurs was the penultimate one. And this was from Danny Kiriakou from Tottenham. Sorry, I've said Tottenham away. Of course, I meant Tottenham on tour. Apologies, Danny. Tottenham on tour. Danny Kiriakou. Again, another person who's seen it year after year after year. Gets called negative year after year after year. Is normally pretty spot on with their opinions year after year after year. And the last one, you got to finish on a funny note. What is a transfer window? Take that however you want to. And that is my man, Bobby Gave and the Free Spurs boys. Incapable of being serious is Bobby, and a great way to be. Look, 20 Spurs YouTubers. Let me know right now in the chat. This isn't live, by the way, but right now in the chat, I'll be in the comments. Put in your 5 words. Your 5 words to sum up Tottenham Hotspur's transfer window. Who can give me some positive? Because I'm really struggling to see the positive in what we're doing in terms of progressing. It's been a really positive window, and I keep caveating this, for a club that doesn't want to ever win things, but just wants to stay in and around the European mix. Fine. But in terms of progressing, in terms of this winning mentality that Ange keeps talking to us about, he doesn't clearly have it himself. I win things in my second year, not with these players, you don't, mate. And Daniel Levy telling us things will change when we move in this new stadium. We're going to compete. We're going to keep up with the big boys. So listen, I try not to take all of this too seriously. I just find it funny. And again, it goes to show, when you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is the doom channel, the negative channel. Nearly every other YouTuber I asked felt the same. There's a few that didn't respond to me. A few that didn't want to participate, and a few that sent me their words and wouldn't allow me to show them on screen. So I've kept that. I've not shown those. But guys, girls, let me know what you think. Let me know your 5 words. Listen, I'm going to be back tomorrow for a transfer deadline day show. We'll be going most of the afternoon as we're not working tomorrow. Can Spurs do anything? I'm seeing last-minute links to people like Brownhill of Burnley. I'm hoping that's not true. More reports today about Carl Walker-Peters. Spurs truly are spoiling us. On that note, take care. Much love. Just remember it's football. And as always, come on, you Spurs.